Okay, so spoilers are out and we know exactly what will happen in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 6, but before we get into it, I need you all to go in the comments right now and let me know how strong you think Mitsuki currently is, and while you're down there, do me a favor and drop a like and a sub, because we're so close to 20k subs, and let's jump straight into it. Okay, so as many people might have expected, the reunion between Boruto and Sarada was short-lived as Mitsuki intercepts Boruto within the village and confronts him. Now, something you'll immediately notice is the resemblance between Mitsuki intercepting him right after I used the omnipotence and this encounter. Now, Mitsuki is bloodlusted, as stated in chapter 1 and as stated to Sarada right before the timeskip as well. Remember, in Mitsuki's mind, he sees Boruto as Kawaki since they switch places, so Mitsuki is under the impression that not only is Boruto an inherent outsider, but he also tried to kill Kawaki, who he's trying to protect, and is a Hokage killing Otsutsuki. So to protect his friends, he decided to go on the offensive. Throughout the anime, we see that Mitsuki constantly seems to look up to Boruto and uses him as an example of how to live his life. Orochimaru's full plans seem still unknown, but we do know that he seems to care for Mitsuki and encourages his relationship with Boruto. And on many occasions, Mitsuki looks to Boruto and refers to himself as the moon and Boruto as his light or the sun. In this case, that would be Kawaki. And this is a metaphor for how he sees himself as an opposite to Boruto, but his path is lit up by him. We even see him mimicking the phrase in chapter 1 of 2 Blue Vortex, where he reiterates this urge to protect Kawaki and kill Boruto, and we see Kawaki with a little bit of indifference here. We also know that before Boruto had access to his karma, Mitsuki seemed to be the most powerful and most talented out of the three main genin, as he was able to master Sage Mode at a young age, whereas even Orochimaru was completely unable to accomplish this feat whatsoever. On top of this, we've also seen him use a versatile amount of jutsu, including wind and lightning releases, body modification that we've seen Orochimaru use before, summon snakes, use snake clones, etc. The reason why I bring this up is that this chapter is likely going to start with Boruto trying to immediately escape Mitsuki's grasp, as he obviously doesn't want to harm his friend, but we know that Mitsuki obviously does want to kill Boruto, which is evidently clear, but since Boruto has already successfully evaded him in the past, I doubt it would be effective a second time, and I think it would make more narrative sense to see an actual brawl between the two. We don't know exactly how strong Mitsuki is at the moment, but seeing how strong Boruto is now, he would have needed to have gotten an insane buff to be able to actually compete with him. Knowing that Boruto was on the loose for 3 years doesn't cause me to doubt the fact that he's gotten significantly more powerful, but I still find it hard to find a world where they're nearly on the same level. I mean, who knows, maybe he went to Orochimaru afterwards and endured some brutal training and enhancements for when this day actually comes, as he sees himself as the protector of Kawaki. As to whether or not Sarada will interfere is unknown, but I don't really see her sitting still, honestly, and I would honestly be more curious to see her fight against Mitsuki, because I really want to see her mangekyou abilities, and I know that she's got access to some new ones that I'm excited to see. The only issue is that if she interferes, she'll likely be seen as an outsider as well, but I do think Mitsuki is at some point going to recognize who Boruto actually is. We do know that there are hints that are pretty blatantly obvious. For example, once Sasuke was told by Sarada that Boruto was not who he thought he was, Sasuke starts picking up on cues such as the headband that he gave to who he thought was Kawaki, and Momoshiki's presence, who he thought was with Kawaki as well. And we do know that there is physical evidence around the village, for example, photos and whatnot did not change, but people still didn't really catch on to them. So again, I do think Mitsuki will at some point recognize Boruto, because even again, referring back to the first chapter, when we see Kawaki is obviously cold to Mitsuki, when he states his signature phrase, "You're the sun shining brightly upon my moon, aren't you, Kawaki?" he phrases this as a question, which shows that he's actually a little bit unsure as to if Kawaki says who he says he is, because Kawaki doesn't act in a fashion that reflects how he initially thought he should be acting, which is in accordance to Boruto's character. Now, what exactly is going to make Mitsuki snap out of it? Again, I'm unsure, but I feel like it could be due to potentially that phrase, or again, maybe some physical evidence as well. And I think that this next upcoming chapter might be the one ending in a cliffhanger where Mitsuki actually figures this out. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know how powerful you guys think Mitsuki is at the moment, and how you think Mitsuki is going to figure out who Boruto truly is. Will it be an instinctual thing? Will it be like a physical evidence kind of thing, or something that they say? Let me know down below, as well as dropping a sub, like, commenting, checking out our channel hoodies, and joining our Discord server if you want to engage with me or the community, and I'll catch you next time.